In the cutthroat world of the classic muscle car era, the battlefield was dominated by three colossal armies: General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler. They were the titans, the heavyweights who dictated the terms of engagement with legendary names like Chevelle, Mustang, and Roadrunner. And then there was American Motors Corporation. AMC was the perpetual underdog, the fourth major automaker that was always fighting for scraps, for respect, and for survival. Because they couldn't compete on sheer volume or marketing budgets, AMC had to be smarter, more creative, and more daring. In 1971, as the golden age of muscle was beginning to fade, AMC unleashed a car that perfectly embodied their fighting spirit. It was a compact, unassuming economy car, secretly transformed into a giant killer. It was lighter, nimbler, and packed a V8 punch that could humiliate bigger, more expensive cars from the big three. This was a car that Detroit tried to ignore, a budget-friendly rocket that delivered more performance per dollar than almost anything on the street. This is the story of the rare and rebellious 1971 AMC Hornet SC360. To truly appreciate the audacity of the Hornet SC360, you have to understand the company that built it. AMC was formed from the merger of Nash Kelvinator and Hudson in 1954, and for years they were known for building sensible, economical, and, frankly, somewhat boring cars. But by the late 1960s, under the leadership of Roy D. Chapin Jr., AMC made a radical pivot. They dove headfirst into the youth and performance market, producing wild and memorable cars like the Javelin, the AMX, and the wild red, white, and blue SC Rambler. These cars proved that AMC could build serious performance machines. As the 1970s dawned, a new market segment was emerging: the compact muscle car. Insurance rates for big block intermediates were skyrocketing, making them unaffordable for many young buyers. Cars like the Chevy Nova SS350 and the Dodge Dart Swinger 340 were proving that you could have big fun in a small, more affordable package. AMC saw an opportunity. Their brand new platform for 1970 was the Hornet, a clean sheet design intended to be a versatile and economical compact car. It was a replacement for the Rambler American, and it was a solid, well-engineered vehicle. But AMC's performance-minded engineers saw it as something more: a lightweight canvas for a masterpiece of budget performance. The idea was simple: take the lightest possible two-door Hornet, strip it of any unnecessary weight, and stuff it with their most potent small-block V8. The result was the 1971 Hornet SC360. The SC stood for Super Coupe, and the 360 designated the engine that made it so special. This wasn't just any 360. AMC took their new 360 cubic inch V8 and gave it a serious performance upgrade. The standard version in other AMC cars was a modest two-barrel carburetor setup. For the SC360, they offered two levels of fury. The standard engine was a four-barrel version, breathing through a Motorcraft 4300 carburetor and rated at a healthy 245 horsepower. But the real prize, the engine that turned the Hornet into a true street weapon, was the optional Go package. Selecting this option upgraded the engine to the Ram Air version. This included a functional, vacuum-actuated hood scoop that force-fed cool, dense air to a massive Holley 4150 four-barrel carburetor. With better breathing and a more aggressive tune, this version was rated at a stout 285 horsepower and a massive 390 pound-feet of torque. In a car that weighed just over 3,000 pounds, this was a recipe for serious acceleration. The Go package was more than just an engine upgrade. It transformed the entire car. It included a 4-speed manual transmission with a Hurst shifter, a heavy-duty handling package with a front sway bar, a twin-grip limited-slip differential, and a full set of performance gauges, including a hood-mounted tachometer on some versions. It was a comprehensive performance package designed to take on and beat the best compacts from Detroit. And the styling was pure, unapologetic muscle. The SC360 stood out with bold, full-length body stripes, custom SC360 graphics, and that aggressive, functional hood scoop. It rode on stylish 14 by 6-inch slot-style wheels wrapped in polyglass performance tires. It was available in a range of wild, high-impact colors like electric blue and matador red. It looked loud, proud, and it made no secret of its performance intentions. It was a stark contrast to the bland, economical image of the standard Hornet. On the street and at the drag strip, the Hornet SC360 was a giant killer. A well-driven Go package car could rip through the quarter mile in the high 14-second range right out of the showroom. This put it in the exact same performance bracket as a Chevrolet Nova SS350, a Dodge Demon 340, and even a base model 351-powered Ford Mustang. The Hornet could run with the big dogs. Where it truly shined, however, was in its value proposition. The base price for an SC360 was just over $2,600. Even with the Go package and a few other options, the price remained well under $3,000. This made it one of the absolute cheapest ways to get 14-second performance in 1971. It was the working man's muscle car, a budget hero that delivered champagne performance on a beer budget. So, if this car was so good, so competitive, and such a great value, why is it so incredibly rare today? Why haven't more people heard of it? The answer lies in a perfect storm of bad timing and AMC's perennial struggle for market share. By 1971, the entire muscle car market was in a steep decline. The insurance companies had declared war on performance cars, and their surcharges were crippling. A young buyer could often find that the annual insurance premium for a car like the SC360 was nearly a third of the car's total purchase price. This single factor killed the market for many entry-level muscle cars. Furthermore, AMC simply didn't have the marketing muscle or the vast dealership network of Ford or General Motors. While a Chevy dealer was on every other corner, AMC dealers were fewer and farther between. The Hornet SC360 was a fantastic car, but it was fighting an uphill battle for attention in a shrinking market against competitors with much deeper pockets. It was a whisper in a room where everyone else was shouting. As a result, sales were tragically low. At the end of the 1971 model year, American Motors had produced only 784 examples of the Hornet SC360. That's it. To put that into perspective, Chevrolet built over 18,000 Novas with the V8 option in the same year. The SC360 was a ghost, a phantom on the streets, even when it was new. The combination of high insurance costs and low production numbers meant that AMC quietly discontinued the model after just 1 year, replacing it with a more subdued rally appearance package for 1972. The rebellion was over. Today, the 1971 AMC Hornet SC360 is one of the rarest and most sought-after muscle cars from the AMC family. It represents the absolute peak of AMC's compact performance, a car that dared to challenge the giants of Detroit on their own turf and on its own terms. It was a testament to AMC's ingenuity, their ability to do more with less, and their unwavering commitment to performance in an era when performance was becoming a dirty word. It was a brilliant flash of defiance, a budget-friendly beast that proved you didn't need a big car or a big budget to go fast. It was the rare AMC muscle car that Detroit tried to hide, and a legend that deserves to be remembered.